Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Sid's Blue Sky Farm. We are back here at the cabin by the pond. So this last couple pieces of tile didn't adhere very well, didn't stick. And it is very hot in here. So I'm going to get the fan going, see if we can move a little air around, and maybe that'll help that glue stick and hopefully cure overnight. Because I hope this is going to work because I don't have a backup plan at the moment. Let's get the fan going. The real test will be in the morning if I walk in here and all these tiles are laying on the floor. That will mean the glue is not working. But until then, we're just going to keep on going. It took one pack of my foam board to grow across with the wide pieces. And we've got to repeat this process on the other side and then about half of a tile in the center. We'll do a little math, but we are definitely going to need more of these tiles. Okay, that one is 7 1/2 inches. We'll take another piece of foam board that's the right length, the same length. We'll line it up on our marks, make sure it's square. The instructions on this foam board were very clear. It said just score the board and it will break. Okay, not a bad cut. Oh, just about perfect. Have to put a little tension on it to get it in. It'd be best to go on and finish off these other runs, let those dry, and come back and add these tomorrow. That might be the best idea. 26 1/8. I think that worked much better. Now this piece is just going to have to stick. There's nothing to support it with. Back down. Now, if that holds, it is literally perfect. Uh-oh. Our first board has come. Did I even glue that board? I don't think I even glued it. Okay, perfect. I hope it's something like that. Oh boy. It sure did jump on there from that application. I think putting the glue on the wood is the answer. This stuff is really sticky, so it ought to work. The sweat running through my eyes is making it hard to even see down here, but I like where we are. Let's do some quick calculations on the materials that we've used. Let me grab this box. These are the styrofoam packs that I have here. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces in each pack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long ones up. That would mean we have one left over. Remainder pieces are not long enough to fill in that gap. So we know we're going to have to use another probably 3 packs of that styrofoam board just to get going up here. It's really tight in here. And that air feels so good. I'm pleased with what we've learned. I'm not sure all these first pieces we put up are going to stay until in the morning because it is deathly hot down here just in the afternoon heat up in the ceiling. But I think spraying the wood solved a lot of that problem. And tomorrow we'll have a much better handle on how to fill in the gaps. And before I start on that backside, I think I'm going to go on and try to finish this entire half because that one's going to be very difficult. I've got a long reach over this deck here that is the porch top. So I think for this afternoon, it's a good place to stop. We have as much up as we're comfortable gluing side by side. If you remember when we started filling in these gaps against each other, it moved them too much. We'll let these cure if they will, and then come back tomorrow morning when it's a little bit cooler and start filling in our gaps with the foam board we have left over. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow morning. But until we see you again then, take care. Well, it's next day here at the pond cabin. You can see we made a supply run. Got some more beadboard. It's here on the bottom. Got some plain plywood for that ceiling application and more styrofoam. So I think supply-wise, we're in good shape. And in a little while, we'll be back and we'll be working on the ceiling just a little bit more here in the cabin. We'll see you in just a little bit. As you see, the styrofoam boards we put up are still up. And after we put up the rest of this foam board on the left-hand side, we're going to switch over and do a little work on this ceiling for the porch. We're going to put some plywood up there and see how it looks. I'm back for a little work in the afternoon, and it is continuing to rain. It has been a very wet day here at Blue Sky Farm. The first thing we're going to do this afternoon is to get a measurement of how wide and how deep this space is for our plain 3/4 inch plywood sheet. So let's get that measured. Okay, we've got our measurements. We're 115 inches across and we're 44 inches deep. I'm going to try something that may be a really bad idea. I'm going to try to put that sheet up here and make sure of those measurements and then draw a line so my cut is accurate all the way along the bottom. Now, we don't have any room in here, so the camera's going to go away. Maybe you'll see me really frustrated afterwards. We're going to try to do that. Okay, we've got this board, this sheet of plywood that's already up there, measured. We're about 1/3 of an inch off, one end to the other. So it's upstairs, it's hidden. I don't think it's a really big deal. And it's marked, so we're probably going to go ahead and cut it. One of the things I've noticed about my carpentry skills, or lack thereof, is as you get deeper into the project and you're trying to really use a lot of finesse, when it doesn't work out, you're like, good enough. I'm kind of reaching that stage with the styrofoam on this far side. Boy, I'll tell you, day one on video 2 of the cabin interior went really well. And we'll come back sometime tomorrow morning and try to finish up the ceiling work as far as we can go. And if the weather cooperates, maybe you'll see a little beadboard up on the walls. One can only hope. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Now we have 2 pieces up on our back wall. We were very lucky. We only had to cut this first end piece. This full piece fit on a double stud here, so we were very lucky with that. We've got 22¼ inches in that corner. Then we'll have a full sheet and a piece of a sheet, a full sheet and a piece of a sheet to finish off the 3 walls. That will leave us 2 pieces to cut for the front and just a small trim piece over the door header. I don't know. It looks pretty good to me. And look, it's a cabin by the pond. So I'm thrilled with it. We'll just paint this stuff up. It'll be fine. We'll put the new floor down, trim it out. It'll be exactly what we want it to be. So I think what we'll do is move up now and finish putting those ceiling boards up. Get that out of the way. Then we start cutting the pieces for the gable ends. We'll try to do that today. And then tomorrow we can come back and start putting more of our paneling, these bead boards up, and knock that out tomorrow. So now let's get busy on that styrofoam board in the ceiling. We've got all the pieces up on both sides of the ceiling. Now I think we're going to start working on the gable ends, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Those spots right there have to have foam, here, here, and here. Nothing wrong with that. Now we just have the other end and we're finished with the styrofoam. We have both gable ends filled with styrofoam. It has been a very warm afternoon, but highly successful getting all the stuff cut and glued, and the ceiling is done. It's hot. I'm tired. We're going to cut it off right here, but we'll come back tomorrow morning, get a fresh start, maybe get the siding up on the interior of the cabin tomorrow. Until we see you tomorrow, take care. I really like it. Got to get this board cut tomorrow. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sid's Blue Sky Farm. We have managed to get our plywood sheets for the walls inside the building this morning. We've also taken that sheet that we put over the porch, over the top of our insulation we put down. We pulled it down, we cut it to length, and we have it back up. So right now we're going to go in and screw that down so that is out of the way. We've got a lot of work to do, so instead of talking about it, let's just go to work. Let's get this whole thing rolling. We'll talk to you later. I'm really encouraged with our progress so far today. We've got this back wall you see behind me and the wall on the my right-hand side. We're going to need about 3 more pieces of beadboard. We've got 1 left over. We'll need 2 here, and then I think we can get all the front out of just 1 more. So 3 more pieces should get us done, I hope. And we'll be ready to tackle the challenge of the ceiling. We'll come back tomorrow and maybe put up a little bit more beadboard, but until we bring you back and film a little bit more of the interior build out on the pond cabin, everybody take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Let me bring you in the cabin, show you the space. We have the paneling up on 3 of the sides completely. And that corner where you see is not beadboard is going to be a shelf. It's going to be the only storage area other than the space we have above the porch. That's going to be somewhat of a shelving unit. That's why we didn't go ahead and use beadboard there. And the final piece we have is the windows and the space below it on both sides. That'll go up to the level where the porch is. So we have a little bit of storage up there, and we'll build this piece out to be a somewhat of a bookcase, storage rack, something of that nature. But everything worked really well, fit well, and we are starting to put our blocking into the ceiling here. That'll hold all the styrofoam up no matter what the glue does. And then we will put the 3/8" plywood in both gable ends. And at that point, we're going to be finished. I feel good with the progress we've made here on the pond cabin interior project. We've gotten all the walls up and we've gotten the blocking started. All the styrofoam is in the ceiling. So we'll cut those gable ends, finish off the blocking, and finish these front windows. And we'll bring you back and show you how it looks as a completed project. Later on, we're going to put the floor down. So that'll be something else we can film and show you that process as well. But until we get back down here and show you the finished interior, we got to jump on the tractor and complete some bush hogging this week. Had a lot of rain, and this sunshine today is making that grass grow. And the garden's going to need a little attention in a day or two. Until we get back with you again, take care, have a great week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. This entire little area looks so good once it's freshly mowed down here by the pond. Glad to have all the bush hogging done. Everything's cleaned up. Our little bed across the way seems to be making good progress. I think it's time to go pick some vegetables and then get back on the interior of the cabin. Let's go see what else we can get done. Well, the vegetable gardens continue to produce. That's just since yesterday. There's squash and zucchini down on the bottom of it. A lot of really nice eggplant, banana peppers, and bell peppers. So the garden the close by vegetable garden is doing well. Maybe the sweet corn will do just as well. Who knows?